this one that's repping. Oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend when they lay me.
Slow intensity cardio versus high intensity cardio or high intensity work, your sprint work. What is your best form of work or best form of cardio for fat loss? We're going to talk particularly about fat loss today. So starting with that, we're going to see some research, what research tells us about slow intensity cardio and high intensity cardio and for fat loss. Now research tells us that whenever you're doing slow intensity cardio for say 60 minutes or more than 60 minutes of a brisk walk or a slow jogging, it will burn more fat throughout the session. So at the stretch of that 60 minutes of that session, it will burn more fat. But throughout the day, for rest of say 23 hours of the day, it will burn more carbohydrates. And when you see for high intensity work is totally reverse. So the stretch of the work for 15 to 20 minutes of high intensity work, your body will burn more carbohydrates, and the rest of the day it will burn more fat. Now why this is happening? Because our body is very smart to understand that what is going through internally and externally, what stimulus we are providing and what it's burning. So our body knows that we are burning more fat throughout the session, and we are going to do that again and again throughout the week. So we think that we are burning more fat, but that's when our body is a notch higher. It just comes and punch right in the face and tells us that I know that you're going to burn more fat throughout the session, so I'm going to store other fat throughout the day. I'm going to burn more carbohydrates because I'm going to need that fat in your next training session, because I know that you're going to do same thing to me tomorrow and the day after and the day after, and that's why it stores the fat, because it can use that fat in your next training session. So our body is very smart, and the other thing is adaptation. Our body adapts to the stimulus we provide very quickly. So for example, let's say you're going for a 60 minutes of jog. On day 1 you're burning 300 calories. Now in day 2, whenever you're going 60 minutes of slow jog, your body won't burn 300 calories. It will burn 250 calories. Then on day 3 it will burn 200 calories for same duration. So to progress in your training, you need to stretch your workout with long duration. So day 1 you're gonna go for 60 minutes. Then day 2, if you wanna burn same amount of calorie as day 1, you have to run for 70 minutes. Then day 3, 80 minutes. So that's how you'll progress to slow intensity training. Now whereas in contrast with high intensity training, for example, you're doing 15 seconds of sprints and 30 seconds of rest period between sprints. Now what you can progress in high intensity work is that you can lower the rest time. So on day 1 you did 15 seconds of work and 30 seconds of rest. On day 2 you do 15 seconds of high intensity work and you lower the rest time 20 seconds. So that's way you are progressing to your workout. So this is the thing about slow intensity and high intensity work. Now I'm not saying that you should not do slow intensity work at all, because that aerobic endurance is must for you. But what I will prefer is that on day 1 you do aerobic work, on day 2 you go for high intensity work, on day 3 you rest, on day 4 you do again aerobic, your slow intensity work, and on day 5 you do high intensity work. So I would keep my body guessing. I would not let my body to settle or predict what's coming. I'll always keep it guessing. So one day I'll do aerobic work, second day excuse me, Second day I'll do more anaerobic work, so I'll keep my body guessing. Now for me personally, I am more inclined towards anaerobic work, high intensity work, because it completes my session in very less amount of time. I don't have to give it more time, and the intensity of session it's more, so I am more inclined towards that. But I would not eliminate my slow intensity work. So what I'll do is I'll put that slow intensity work twice a week. In the rest of the week, probably 2 or 3 times per week, I'll do high intensity work. So I'll mix the training so that my body doesn't adapt. I keep my body guessing, and then I get the benefits of the both world. So this is what my approach is between slow intensity work and high intensity work for fat loss.